What I am going to talk a little bit about is meme theory, or also known as memetics. And I know that this kind of gets a little bit off the topic of gameplay, but I think it's important that you guys all realize how important memes are to us and how important memes are to our culture. And I think that a lot of you don't realize the importance of a meme. You guys just look at it and you laugh. Sometimes you guys laugh hard. Sometimes a meme makes us laugh hard. Have you ever had a meme make you laugh hard? Well, there's a lot more behind that. So what I'm here to talk about is I'm here to talk a little bit about meme theory and exactly what goes in to the making of a meme. You guys see a meme and you laugh, but you have to realize there's so much more behind memes than that. So basically, what are memes? It's really hard to say for a lot of people what memes are because they can be so many different things. But whenever you look at memes as a whole, not separately as a whole, what we have is basically a unit measuring cultural transmission. So if you think of a meme as a unit, and now we have, bitch, I ain't ever fucking licking even as a young. I was still with the shit with the brang thing, ching, bitch, wanna fuck, she gonna get long dick, lil b, gate bungus. Okay, I did not say that, and neither did he. Please not interrupt my meme talk. So whenever you look at a meme, it's basically a unit of measure, and it's something that we can use to measure our culture. Okay, and memes are everywhere. Memes are in the chat right now. We see them going on with the ASCII art spam and other things like that. And I think really to understand and get a complete grip on memes and the importance of memes is to understand the evolution of memes. So what we have is we have the evolution of memes, and you can see how memes have changed over time. You have to think about how different memes are than what they are even a year ago, and how memes are changing constantly. First of all, we started off with lolcats, and then we moved on to advice animals, and now we're all the way over, and we're talking about dank memes. And then what's going to come after dank memes, we don't know. It's all the evolution of memes, and it's constantly changing all around us. Right now there are meme experts sitting in their mother's basements thinking of the next big meme after dank memes, after dat boy, after the peepees. Okay? Memes are like genes, and this all goes into the evolution of memes. Successful memes will remain, whereas non-successful memes will die, and successful memes will remain, and they will also reproduce into other memes. This is kind of a periodic table of memes that I found, and it kind of just goes into, memes as science, because it is very scientific. The reproduction of memes, and that's something, and this is getting a little bit crazy, but basically what this implies is it implies that memes can reproduce, is what it's implying. And then we can also talk about transmission of memes. This is all about the transmission of memes. You have coding, you have decoding, and then you have kind of the transmission. And during the meme cycle, mutations can also occur, which is kind of where dank memes came from. It's a mutation. So I'm going to talk a little bit about different ways that you can become a memer. I know that you guys probably all know someone who you look up to as a memer, like as a top memer. I know who I look up to. And you probably want to try to be more like them. You want to be putting out memes, and you want to be funny and things like that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about steps to becoming a good memer. Speak the language. So you have to kind of learn how to speak the language. Like hacker language. You start using numbers as letters instead of letters. Like leet is a good one. Leet and other languages like that. And then you kind of start having, and you do it ironically. Okay, and then another thing that you can do is you can turn funny pictures into memes by adding impact text to them with a bold black outline. And that's kind of the meme text that you can use. And that's a really good way to help your pictures stand out as a meme. Reaction GIFs. A good way that you can also be a good memer, and something that I always practice, is I practice having a lot of reaction GIFs so I know how I can react to things. So one of the things that I practice is I practice having reaction GIFs, and if you go to my About Me, I have all of my reaction GIFs so that I know how I can react to things. And these are all GIFs of me, and you guys can use them as reactions too. They're all GIFs of me. So this is me reacting, and this is also me reacting, and these are a lot of GIFs. So that's me reacting. There's another one of me reacting. That's me doing eyebrows, eye contact, rolling my eyes. That's me being excited. Look how excited I am there. I look really fucking excited. So that's like a really good, there's a finger gun. So I have all of these reaction GIFs, so I know how to react perfectly, and I can send them via text and different things like that, and all tweeting of them. There's that, laughs, flipping them off, middle finger. Look at all these reaction GIFs. That's me eating a Dorito, and then I crunch it up, and then middle finger. Like, I have so many reaction GIFs, it's insane. Look. Oh. Look at all of these reactions. There's so many too. This is a rage one that I have. Look at this one. That's another rage one. That's me being angry. There's rage. That's me breaking my tiara. And then here's me ripping up some paper. Here's me ripping up some more paper. That's a scream. Spooky scream. Eyes. Look, that's me in shock. Shrug. Smile. Hold on. In case you need your own reaction GIF keyboard app. Yeah, I'm working on an app for that too, actually. I'm working on a reaction GIF keyboard app. I'm gonna sell it. Look at all. I have so many fucking reaction GIFs. Look, it's like so many.